Hello from Edmonton, Canada. It is playoff weekend at the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017. Spring is arriving here in the city of Edmonton. There you see the North Saskatchewan River. No more hockey on the river. It is breaking up. The ice is going away. Springtime means World Championship time. We see the long trains of wheat making their way to the coast. And the excitement is building here at the Northlands Coliseum. The venue, there we get a beautiful look, crisp blue spring day, the Alberta Legislature. And here we are inside the Northlands Coliseum. We're really happy that you're with us today for what should be a fantastic game. Our Page Playoff 3 versus 4 game, Switzerland versus the United States. I'm Hans Frauenlob. I'm joined today by Allison Treviazek. Allison, how are you doing today?
I'm fantastic, and how are you?
Fantastic too.
It's going to be a great game.
Oh, it really will. You see the fans filing in for this one. We saw a terrific 1-2 game last night between Canada and Sweden. Canada advancing directly to the final, and now who will Sweden face tonight? It will be the winner of this 3-4 game. And now the teams are in. There's our teams, Allison, and this is going to be a fantastic contest. The round robin phase is over. It's the playoffs. Canada, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United States are playoff qualifiers. China and Scotland just missing the playoffs, but the Scots qualifying GB for the Winter Olympics. Japan, Norway, Italy, Germany, the Netherlands, and Russia rounding out that round robin. But it is the playoffs today, playoff weekend. 3 versus 4 game coming up. And then the system of play is the Page playoff system this weekend, Allison. So what will happen to the winner of this game and what will happen to the loser of this game?
So basically, last night we had our matchup. As we can see here, the Page playoff format. The 1 versus 2 was last night, Canada versus Sweden. Canada winning 7-4 over Sweden, which knocks Sweden down to the semifinal. And they will await the winner of this 3-4 Page playoff game tonight at 7 o'clock local time. And of course, Canada moving on to that gold medal game. And
so this is
these
really the
teams
last.
got a way to go, but yeah.
They do. So at this point, they're still alive. They could still call themselves world champion, but to do that, they are going to have to win this game.
Absolutely.
So all to play for here this afternoon. And head-to-head this week, I believe the Swiss team prevailed over Team USA.
They did. They actually played in the very second draw of the championship, so it has been quite a few days in between playing each other. And I'm sure the U.S. will want some redemption from that first game that they played against them.
Yeah, and Team USA has really gotten on a roll since about the midpoint of the week as well, haven't they?
Absolutely, they absolutely have.
They've thrown together a winning streak, and They're certainly carrying momentum into this game. There's no doubt about that. There we see the stone colors. The Swiss will be playing the red stones. United States will be playing the yellow stones. Switzerland higher ranked, so they'll have last rock here in the first end. And so getting us underway will be Team USA. Left-hander, John Landsteiner, the US lead.
Line's good. Plenty of room, though.
Lots of room, Matt.
Once it turns, you can go, Matt. Speed looks like it's here anyways, but yep, go. You're going to be on the corner if you don't go hard.
Listening in a bit to what Team USA was talking about during their pregame practice, and I heard John Schuster say it's as quick as it's been all week.
Well, I know the teams last night, so in the 1-2 page format with the Canada versus Sweden, Nicholas Edin speaking a little bit about a bit of frost still accumulating on the ice, so we might still see here, even though some of the fresh paths might be a little frosty. So teams are going to have to really pay attention to make sure that they know exactly where they have played, which areas are going to be a little bit greener than the others.
Another left-handed lead. Valentin Tanner of Switzerland makes a nice come around, and so we're into it right away. Love it. Steiner now is going to be asked to play his intern.
Close on line.
A little bit off the drop pass.
Okay, line's good. Right to it here.
Don't have too many lefties
No.
here in this competition.
Yep, hard boys.
And quite unique that both of the lefties in this game playing the lead position, so they're
Easy.
going head-to-head.
Yep.
Nice shooting there by Landsteiner.
Perfect freeze.
Moitié caché, ça suffit. Juste 4.
The Swiss team from the Geneva region in Switzerland, so you'll hear them speaking French during the game. French-speaking part of Switzerland.
Ouais, faut y aller. Ouais, ligne oui. Ligne oui, bonne. Ouais, ouais, ouais. Oui, ouais. Tout le long, les gars, on l'amène, on l'amène. Oui, oui. Ça vient, les gars. Ligne parfaite, prise. Ouais, fort, moi.
Line looks good on this one. Can they drag it there?
Yep.
It's onto the
What a
rings.
great brush.
Yeah, very nice sweeping by Switzerland.
15-2.
3 stones all lined up behind that guard. Yellow stones belong to the Americans. Switzerland with the hammer. And speaking of the hammer, here is Matt Hamilton, known as Hammy.
Okay,
To
we're
his
coming around, man.
teammates.
Stay with it, boys.
Go around.
Yeah, we're going. Stay close tight. Yep.
7.
Yes. Hard. Hard.
This one's really busting. Just going to get a piece, I think, of that one in the top 8, just glancing off it.
All right.
It's fine with that.
Not a bad spot.
Fine, Matt.
OK.
Normal.
J'aime bien un bon normal quand même, Benoît.
Okay.
We're taking a look at the stats pre-game, Allison. I think we agreed that it's going to be an interesting contest between the 2 front ends of this team in terms of who can get it set up.
Yeah, the United States, the front end has been struggling a little bit over the course of the week. So I think the biggest difference in this game is whether or not the front end can figure out their draw weight and really put a lot of pressure on Team Switzerland.
Attention.
Peter de Cruz, the Swiss skip, who throws second stones. Perfect hit and roll. Great shot. And now all of a sudden a little trouble brewing for John Schuster.
Yeah, they'll be looking at, just like John said, so nose, and you might be able to get all 3 reds going here.
Okay, so straight in the nose, straight back, and
Maybe make a crotch double in the back, depending on where that yellow is run back to.
okay, intern for Hamilton. Big weight.
Whoa. Yep.
Trying to rattle them around a bit here. It's close. Just missed making contact on his own. I think he was hoping for a bit of a click on that yellow one, but changes it around a bit. The good news, I suppose, is he keeps his own frozen right in front of the other one. There we
Absolutely.
see the contact. Just goes by the yellow.
Je vais à 8-9.
Ouais, ok. Parfait.
J'ai l'impression que c'est beaucoup de glace encore. Encore un peu moins. Ouais.
5, 8.
OK. Ouais, il faudra presque jouer 13 là hein, pour arriver derrière.
Ouais, c'est vrai.
Même s'il y a les 10 derrière, c'est pas grave.
Brennan just discussing the weight.
Yep. You can just hear from the voices that they're really engaged in this game already. Just a little edge of, wouldn't call it tension, but enthusiasm.
Yeah, I think it's even more important now in these first couple ends to make sure there's really as much communication as possible because, well, there's no information that should go lost. So making sure that everyone has their say and provides as much information as possible.
There's the rules of play for today's game. 10-end game scheduled, but the teams must play a minimum of 8. Each team has 38 minutes of thinking time to complete all their shots. Each team also has one 60-second timeout where they can call their coach onto the field of play.
The only way we're getting this rock is by staying up here somewhere. I think we go this way. Okay. You can throw peel and get it moving, but I don't know if we want to move it that far. Yeah, peel. Peel. Half rock. 2/3.
Tyler George, the U.S. third, being asked to throw peel weight.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Looking for a thin double or a little roll underneath.
Just got the sweep a fraction late. Still got some action on that second Swiss stone, and USA lies 2.
Okay, it's good to throw tight.
And the good news for the USA is the front of their 2 stones is actually perfectly guarded. See the action there. Their US stone goes just to the tee line, pushes the Swiss stone out to the edge of the 8. So now Claudio Petz has to make a play on the front stone.
Whoa. 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 Wait.
Will it jam?
11.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
Well, lots of stones in motion there. And danger brewing for Team USA.
Yeah, it's answer shot, too. Normal.
Gets 3 of the American stones in motion.
So they'll try and just hit this one on the nose to lie second shot over on the side and make sure that you have it at a steep angle so that the Swiss team doesn't have an easy double on your 2. And perfect.
USA really trying to force Switzerland to score a single point in this end if they can. Switzerland, on the other hand, with last rock, would be trying to score 2.
Now with this next stone, we'll see we're edging further and further up the house, so they're going to look for a teeny bit of a roll, but...
So the red stones belong to the Swiss. Their second and third shot. As Allison pointed out, that stone is creeping further and further away from the rings.
Yeah, I can even take a tiny bit less. I didn't even sweep it.
I agree. Probably have to. Much as we can.
Yeah. I mean, we can roll all the way to the corner if we want to.
Size normal is 8/8 there, so
yeah. I'm gonna throw you.
The Americans definitely looking for some inside roll here, Allison.
Yeah, just by nosing the stone, so they would lie for a third shot,
5 feet a roll would be great.
which gives Switzerland a easy deuce out of it a little bit later.
Schuster's saying we can roll it about 5 feet. He said we could even roll all the way over to the corner if we have to. Do have to save the shooter though.
Not anything when it's
Well, no danger of it rolling out.
Oh. Will they get it?
Small inside roll, but second shot, third shot actually. So good opportunity now for Switzerland. Cash in their deuce if the Benoit Schwartz can get something hidden. It's possible that Schwartz could roll a little bit behind cover. He could roll all the way to the back 12 and still be second shot. Set up a double though.
I think Switzerland at this point would probably be pretty happy with taking a deuce in this end, so.
Oh yeah. Here is Benoit Schwartz.
Just smacking this one on the nose is also a pretty good result. But they will be trying to look for a little bit of a roll.
Pretty much on the beak, so it sits at the back of the button. Switzerland lies 2.
Nah, let's play the same turn. Oh, we could go that way.
It's under our own.
Yeah, let's go that way. Inch off the edge. Maybe 2 inches off the
So
edge.
if you're new to our sport, it's not a rule that the person skipping the game has to throw the 4 stones. The Swiss alignment,
Enemies playing around.
Peter de Cruz calls the strategy, and Benoit Schwartz throws the 4 stones. That's perfectly legit.
As long as you keep the same lineup.
You can't sneak a
Can't,
lineup change
no.
at every end. No, that's no good.
Nope.
US skip John Schuster.
Little less. Oh, yep, yep. Yep. Hard. Yes. Right to it. Right to it.
Will they be able to get a roll?
Looking for that outside roll. They get about a half a rock, but don't hide it. So it remains in the open. So nose hit here and a chance for Switzerland to get to a fantastic start for them.
I had to make sure we go rolling.
Looking for 2.
Roll out.
Si tu touches ça, tu sors avec de toute façon, je pense.
Yeah, just
that's-
really close on this roll, but
Interesting that they're playing the outturn side here, Allison. They are bringing
I
that
was
stone in the top of the
just
12-foot into
thinking
play.
the same thing. Perhaps could be a case of not knowing the line on the in-turn, going away from the rings. But as you said, it does bring that top 12 yellow stone into play, so he's going to need to make sure that he doesn't get too cute and
Safely by that
There we
top
go.
stone, right on the nose. So it is a score of 2 for Switzerland in the first end. Best possible start for them with the hammer. So an exciting first end, more to come. After 1 end of play, it's Switzerland on top, 2-0.
C'est mieux comme ça, quoi. Parce qu'il y a quand même pas mal au centre, là, quand on joue normal. Oui,
Jessica, hey, happy birthday to you. Good for you, because you guys just won the Ford front end seats, which means we have to have some padded seat covers for you. We got an iPad to watch the game. We got earphones to listen to the game. We also have some swag for you, but the best part of all for hey, Mom and Dad, we got your own personal concierge that will go and get you beverages and food up to $100 for the rest of the game. What do you think? Not too bad. Hey, happy birthday to you. There you go. Let's give a big round of applause to these folks over here, boys. They just won the Ford front end seats.
here we are back at the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017. We're in the second end of the 3-4 page playoff game of Switzerland versus the USA. And Switzerland currently taking 2 points in the first end, so they will lead 2-0.
Valentin Tanner here with his first stone into the rings after scoring that pair. But pretty sure that Team USA will go straight to the corner guard, and John Schuster with a sort of imperious wave of his left hand saying to John Landsteiner, out there please. Somewhere out there.
You know where to go.
Yeah. This is a
Careful, fellas.
very common strategy for teams with last rock, so
Really quick
situation that they've seen a lot.
There's John playing with
Just swept a 15-4.
John Schuster for 3 years now, so perhaps have gotten used to all the
They know each other very well.
Yeah, exactly.
John knows what's coming. Nice shot there by Landsteiner. Valentin Tanner now will try to stack it up on top of his own.
Vraiment proche. C'est proche, les gars. Faut que ça curle un peu. Ah ouais. Ligne vraiment
Nice
super.
crowd here on a Saturday afternoon in Edmonton.
Oh, oh, oh,
Fans here in this city
oh. Okay, ligne, c'est
love
bien.
their curling. They know their curling.
Ouais,
So
ouais,
even
okay.
though
Okay.
we've got USA and Switzerland on the ice, the fans here appreciate both teams and good curling, and they're out here to see it in numbers.
Corner.
What's that?
Good
So you're playing to
execution
the
there
side
from
of the
Tanner.
corner, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly lined up on that center line.
Yeah, we had a fantastic crowd yesterday evening for the 1-2 page, bringing in a total of 6,336 spectators, which is absolutely incredible.
Hard line.
And they
Gotta
were
go.
mighty loud.
They were.
Go then, Hard. Hard, you gotta bounce the guard here.
Hamilton and George brushing this one, trying to get it past the top stone, but I think they're on the front. So Schuster says we need a little bounce, and they get it. So accumulation happening
Entre les
here.
deux.
Those front
Il y a une
stones.
chance que ça fasse ça. Hein. Faudrait prendre vraiment très fin.
Hein, garde là, là.
Et après, tu seras toujours là.
Garde sur deux.
Garde là.
Nose.
Ah.
Double est facile après, non?
Moi, c'est bien ça. Hein.
Moi, j'aime bien une garde là.
Ah, une garde, ok, ouais.
Avec le in,
After debating the double
Dans le bord
clear
du
for a
huit
minute, but
pieds, comme ça.
realizing they could get some bad breaks, they
Ça va très vite alors.
switched up. They looked at nosing the yellow one, and now it looks like they're going to be. Are they coming in, Allison? Or are they going to stack another guard, do you think?
I do believe that they came to the conclusion of throwing a guard. Maybe not wanting to throw a hit on that top guard at risk of maybe not knowing the line perfectly, and if they're a little bit wide, could run the risk of jamming it on their own. So this is the easier shot, just to not to complicate things too much.
Non, 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 non. C'est pas trop proche.
Of course, that being said, you are up by 2, so throwing guards does does in fact complicate it a little bit.
It's not always the A call, is it?
No.
So very tight to the other guard by DeCruz, and maybe a chance for Schuster to triple them off.
Get it going to get another corner out of the deal. I think you're dead jamming almost no matter where we hit it, so
Okay.
make sure we get him out of the middle and get over to the corner here. Deal.
So Schuster's mainly concerned about moving those front stones. He thinks there's a jam happening on the second of the 3, but he says maybe we can get a corner guard out of it.
Benoit taking a look at the line, seeing if he agrees with
Yes!
John's angle assessment.
Matt Hamilton bringing the heat. And there is the jam that John Schuster read for us, and does clear the 2 front stones though. Rolls the own guard away though, so there's no corner guard for the
Oui, il va
Americans.
quand même faire ça après.
Ok. Sinon, on peut essayer de tout casser, mais je sais
Maybe
pas.
hit that one a little bit thin to try and save his own as a corner guard, but he clears the 2
Si c'est
front
là, j'aime
stones.
bien.
Non, mais c'est ça,
Yeah,
c'est
that's
ça.
exactly it. So John had mentioned to Matt that if he hit it a little bit thick and try and roll over to a second corner guard. So it does junk up, as we can see now. We've got 3 guards over on the right side of the sheet.
Peter DeCruz
Je pense que c'est assez
looking to
similaire.
put the guard
C'est
back.
aussi assez activé. Hein. Ligne, c'est un peu large. Faut que ça curle un
Ligne
peu.
bien. 2, 3.
Ligne, c'est pas mal. 2, 3.
Bien, c'est bien.
Ça a l'air assez bien. Ok, pour finir un peu, Claudio. Ouais. Ouais. Ferme le trou.
Ouais, ouais, ouais. C'est très haut là. Ouais, go, go, go. Vas-y.
Yep. Oh.
Encore, encore, go, go, go.
Interesting after this call to see how aggressive Team USA gets, because they do have an angle run in.
Hit half rock and stick
And that's
this.
exactly what
Come in here,
Schuster's
too.
looking at.
Nice half.
Schuster
John, you got the
realized
one going in the rings.
What?
You're sweeping the rock going in the rings.
Yeah, we're just going here, yes.
I know, you're sweeping the one going in, the shooter.
Yeah, just sticking it right here.
Yeah, I'm saying you're
Herb.
sweeping the shooter.
Gotcha.
Message received. I think Tyler George is thinking maybe this one's going to the wings, but I think John Schuster in his mind wants to stuff it right on the center line if he can.
That's firm.
Close. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
He might be able to get a little tick underneath, but
Hard time.
You run the risk of losing the shooter though, don't you?
exactly. Like that.
There we go. Very nicely played by Hamilton. Tips his cap.
Good throw, Ham. Little thinner.
These players want the maximum from every shot.
Yeah.
That's going, yeah, it could have been a little thinner. Yeah, well, still pretty good. Corner hidden.
It's good to be a perfectionist sometimes.
Yeah, well, you certainly
Can't be
know
too critical, though.
you know in your mind what you want every shot.
Wow.
Sometimes you want a unicorn to appear from the sky and magically carry your rock, but doesn't always happen that way. Gonna catch it pretty thin. Is he gonna stick around? No, the Swiss stone rolls out of the ring, so it's green light go now for Team USA. Switzerland were trying to save their shooter, but a little bit wide, and Stone Claudio Pats rolled out of the rings.
The intern looks easier.
Okay. Thinking like there-ish?
Sure. If it curls up, we just bump that. It's fine. I'll throw you like back 12.
Exactly, Tyler. Thank you. You've got two options here. Go around
Yeah,
it, bump
really
it up.
smart call. I think just kind of splitting this one, you'll open it up a little bit, and at the same time, you'll actually almost try and set yourself up for this deuce in this end, which
Close for the split. They're trying to get two stones on the rings here. Maybe hit it too hard. Is it going to stick around? It just does.
oh,
That last little
spin.
rotation. And Coach
Phil's
Phil
not
Drobnik.
sure.
Phil's not sure either. This is the U.S. bench. There's Coach Phil Drobnik.
He
Did
did.
that one stay on? I'm not so sure. It was close. Might still be. You'd still measure it if you're Team USA. The officials do have a special biter measure to determine if a stone is on the rings or not.
but of course, the teams are not able to actually measure that stone until the end is completed.
That's right.
So you run the risk of, do we try for two and assume it's in?
Yeah.
Or are we thinking it's out and maybe go for a blank later on?
Expect John might go and sneak a peek at it.
Yeah,
There we see
Either that
the
or wide here.
Team
Yeah,
Switzerland
I'm gonna
bench.
go out here too, but
Coach Claudio
what do you like?
Pescia
All right, stop 8 foot.
Okay.
with the video camera
Can I have
and
an
all
inch
the
more?
analysis equipment at hand. Tyler George now with a chance to duck around a guard. It's been a big week for Switzerland, not only making the playoffs, but this team had to perform very well to qualify Switzerland directly for a place in the 2018 Winter Olympics. So
Off, man.
great
Yeah.
week for Team Switzerland.
Coming down
There's a
nice.
lot of pressure which comes down on these final 2 years at the World Championships. So last year also qualified for some points. And obviously the teams that maybe didn't fare so well last year really needing to get some good results in this year to avoid the Olympic qualification event, which takes place next curling season in Czech Republic.
That's right, in the city of Pilsen. Nice shot there from Tyler George. So 2 Olympic qualification places at stake at the Olympic qualifier
Je
event.
pense que direct avec c'est très dur. La sortie.
But Switzerland
Ouais,
managed to
out,
avoid
out,
that,
bien.
as did
Ouais,
Team
bien,
USA. Both
Okay.
the USA and
Voilà
Switzerland
l'intérieur.
in the men's discipline have qualified their nations in. Doesn't mean that these teams are going to be
Yeah.
representing them in Korea, but the nations have a place.
Of course,
These
Team-
teams
team-
want to be those teams.
yes, exactly. And Team USA getting a few points, quite a few points last year with winning the bronze medal last year at the World Championship.
Yes, back-to-back playoff appearances for Team USA.
And they'll be looking for one medal better than their bronze from last year.
Yep, they're looking to take another step or two up the podium if they can. That one blows by. The stone rolls out the corner. So after Switzerland scored that pair in the first end, a great chance now for Team USA to deuce right back.
We gotta make
See
sure
on the overhead, the big question mark for us is that stone in the left side of our picture. Is that biting the rings or not?
he makes the roll.
If it is, there could be a chance for a 3, which would be huge.
And that's a big end.
All right, let's
So if you're not quite sure on the weight for that shot, let's
let's make him make it.
Just heard Schuster say, let's make him
4.5.
make it.
I mean, if we make this double kind of easy for him, he'll probably take it. We still get 2,
That's
right?
okay too.
Yeah.
Tell him 4.5, John.
Yep.
Okay, well that says to me that John Schuster thinks that stone in the top 12 is on.
All the way to 5.
He said
is
if we
good
leave him a
too.
double and he
Even
makes
above
it, we
it's
still
fine,
get 2.
So
I think 400 is pretty good.
Obviously, the teams get a better view at it at ice level than we do from up here.
Yes, they do.
So we trust them in their judgment.
Trying to draw their stone to the left-hand side of the rings as we're looking at it. Here's Schuster.
5. 5's good. Close. Right here.
So Team USA will be looking to get an even line with their other stone that's at the top of the 4 foot. Just trying to eliminate a double.
Sweeper's not laying a brush to it, though. Might be heavy. Oh,
Is it going to be through?
Don't want to have it go through the rings. That would be a disaster.
Oh, my.
Oh, no.
my
What an
goodness.
opportunity lost for Team USA.
What do you guys
Schuster.
have? Oh, I've been throwing 405s in practice. Christ.
No, not happy. He knows that's a big opportunity lost.
Oh, Christ.
On peut se comprendre en tiers. Moi, j'aime bien 10 sur 2 tiers. On va rouler à peu près là.
So a real gift here for the Swiss.
Je préfère ligne.
Chance to get out of jail.
Absolutely. Throwing a good hit and roll here in behind cover.
10.
Put a lot of pressure on Team USA to make the perfect kind of hack weight or back line to try and get some sort of tap, but it's going to be tricky if they make this good.
Yeah, it will. And really psychologically challenging on Team USA as well. You go from a situation where you think, okay, make a couple of shots, we get a 3, and now maybe all of a sudden you're going to have to draw the 8 just to save the point. So let's see what happens here with Benoit Schwartz's final stone for the Swiss.
Whoa. Non.
Looking for a roll behind cover.
No, no.
Attention. Ouais. Whoa. Oui. Whoa. Coup dur, fort, fort, fort.
They're close.
Non, 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 non,
They
non.
get some roll, but not enough. Good try, but that stone should still be available for Schuster.
I just,
It's a little faster, it's gliding a little more, so
Yeah.
it's not cutting as early.
yeah. Because you throw your back liner, that bait didn't really
You
go
got
that
the
hard.
whole thing. You could cut it down and play control, too.
Yeah, board's fine.
Moi, j'ai eu 9,34 sur le.
Just agreeing on the weight. It will
Gauge
be
it
a
off
hit.
how my back house weight split went.
Yeah, I'm throwing, maybe it's an inch less time.
Yeah, I think it is less for sure here.
Tyler George's a bit worried because he threw down weight on his split attempt here. Don't want to crank the weight down too much, though. You bring that guard into play. But they have had a look down this path, so here we go. Final stone. And number 2 for John Schuster. Board weight hit, wants to hit it on the nose to try and score, we think, 2. Again, Sweeper's nowhere near it. Is he wide?
Oh,
Roll, Matt. Never, never, Matt.
I think we're still
Never.
okay.
Should be fine.
Okay, John.
It's half, and fortunately has a lot of house to roll to, so now we're going to watch carefully to see. They quickly agree. They're taking a look. Schwartz is kicking the stone off. We believe they've agreed to score of 2. I see Tyler George holding 2 fingers in the air, so 2 it is for the USA. That one was on, but maybe an opportunity lost for Team USA, but they tie it up after 2 ends of play. It is Switzerland 2 and the United States 2.
So everybody, get out of your chairs, everybody stand up, make sliders. Stand up, every dance, let's get this party started. Okay, here it goes.
In a universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29.
Las Vegas rocks.
Back inside the Northlands Coliseum here in Edmonton, Canada. Lively building here at the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017.
Got everyone on their feet for the break there.
Hans Raum up here with Alison Krivziavik. Oh, screwed your name. I'm gonna shoot myself. So
It's
terrible.
okay. No one gets it
like
right.
My last name.
You just go with K or
Ali
Krev,
K.
you know.
My apologies, Alison.
No, it's okay.
Beat myself up for the rest of the day on that one.
But you can give me a coffee later. How about
All right,
that?
coffee it is. Deal. Well, that second end had a bit of everything there. That split from Tyler George did leave that stone on the rings, but John Schuster, a huge opportunity lost. Had a chance for a 3, settled for the 2. What'll he be thinking after that, do you think?
Well, he did mention after he asked the team what his split time was on it, and the boys indicated it was a 90, which is, for those of you who are new to curling, a split time is they use their stopwatches, and when the thrower is kicking out, they'll take a time from the back line to the hog line. And Schuster was saying that they were getting a 4:05 during their practice. So he did throw a little bit more than he perhaps was intending to.
Adrenaline rush, maybe, do you think?
It could be, or just maybe not trusting it completely. They hadn't really thrown out there, so maybe just a little uncertainty of whether or not it actually was going to be as quick as his draw path was in the practices.
Certainly was. Very nice come around there by U.S. lead John Landsteiner.
Avec 6.
Perfectly buried.
Même si tu fais ça et que tu restes là ouvert, c'est pas mal.
Bien, ouais.
Ouais, bien. Ok, juste 6.
Robinson, Tanner.
Assez vite.
7,
8, 9.
Wow,
Ok, 7, 8.
Non, 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 non.
Non, c'est 8, 9.
Non.
8-9 in the zone timing system says that's behind the tee line.
Good French.
Merci beaucoup.
Attention. Ouais, 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 ouais. Wow, wow, wow. Attention. Peu dur. Roule loin après. Loin, non, là. Roule loin, roule loin.
Many teams using the numbered zone system to communicate weight, Allison?
Yes, originally done from Randy Furby's team. The zone will, instead of indicating it's top 12, top 8, some teams found it was easier just to yell out one number instead. It was a quicker form of communication. Could be a little bit more precise.
And that's really been adopted by many teams, including this Swiss team. They number the ice in zones from 1 to 11.
1 being just over the hog line and 11 being just through the house.
Better there than going that way.
Right on the nose for Matt Hamilton. He's probably looking for a little roll there, but big positive weight tracks pretty straight, doesn't it?
Moitié, je pense.
Yeah.
Ça la touche, ça remonte.
You'll find with the amount of weight that these guys can throw, it's not going to move a heck of a lot.
Je viens 8.
Ok, comme ça.
Il va rester assez droit, je pense, 8.
Il n'a pas
Je
beaucoup
préfère prendre
curlé.
2 tiers qu'un quart.
D'accord.
Je pense un peu plus quand même, Ben.
Ok.
Mets le milieu, ouais.
Peter de Cruz now
Parce qu'on va faire.
looking to get 2 Yellowstones going, looking for the double here.
Oui. C'est long.
Be a really good opportunity to sit 2.
Ouais. Ouais, ouais. Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're pretty close. Is it going to go across the top? No, it is perfect. Great shot there from Peter de Cruz.
Fantastic shot. Lying 2 now in behind cover. It is a Yellowstone guard, so Team USA will have the run back opportunity, but still a difficult shot nonetheless. Fantastic roll and fantastic double.
Just watch the rotation of the stone. Just wiggles up and around behind that center guard. Very nice shot. Hamilton now trying to run back. Is it going to over curl? Stuffs it, so it did slightly over curl. He's looking for a bit more contact on the nose there, I think.
Good throw. Sorry, but.
John
Yeah,
Schuster
just-
taking responsibility, thinks maybe didn't give it quite enough ice, Matt.
Hard, right to it, right to it, right to it.
That's always fantastic when your skipper can really give you that reassurance of the extra form of communication of maybe what went wrong during that shot.
It's really important that players are really honest with each other about what's actually happened, so you can deal with what's happened in front of you and deal with the next shot as well.
Absolutely. There's no way to really determine or how to make that next shot if you don't have that open and honest communication. If someone kind of holds back and doesn't say exactly what they felt went wrong, then if you had to throw the exact same shot again, you might miss the exact same way.
So you want to be supportive of your teammates, but if something hasn't gone right, or if you're thrown a bit wide or a bit heavy, better to say so, and then everybody can learn from the next one.
Weight's good.
Tyler George now going wide to the wing. Sweepers are not going anywhere near this one, so that tells me there's not much of an inside roll coming, and sure enough, it's right on the beak.
You just gotta take less, you just do nothing.
Tyler George saying that one didn't move at all. Maybe a bit too much ice. Not curling. That's quite characteristic of arena ice, isn't it? You throw a bit more positive weight and it will track straight. Claudio Pet's now looking for some separation. That one stays right on the nose, and Switzerland's lying too. So far in this game, we've been trading pairs, and possibility brewing here for Team Switzerland to throw another one on the board.
Team USA now looking to get, well, the roll that they had tried for on their last one. It's from nosing the last two, so this rock is a little bit higher in the house, so not needing as thick of a roll as you did before. Do about half rock, which looks pretty close.
Yeah, so close. Great attempt there from Tyler George. Just a fraction thin, and you can hear the frustration in his voice. He knows that was really close. Tyler has had an outstanding week for Team USA. He's been playing really well. Just over curls slightly, pops out the other side. He's willing it to stop. Not quite. So a chance then for Claudio Petz to just go slightly across the nose and maybe flip in behind those center guards. Just like that, great shot.
Well, the downside for rolling in behind, as we can see here, so John Schuster does have an opportunity to try and come down to that back force drone and get a freeze. So if anything, I think I would have preferred the hit and roll away on this one. I think the hit and roll inside does put you at a slight disadvantage to have USA get one locked really solid in there.
Perhaps Schwartz and DeCruz were thinking, well, we made him he threw one through the house in the last, and maybe make him make a draw under pressure, and if he makes it half, maybe we get a 3. So maybe they're gambling that they can generate a big end this way.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Go there, room.
Really close.
Line's good.
Gotta curl a little bit. Still you, Hammy. Still you, Hammy.
Sweepers like this one a lot more.
Hey, Steiner. Steiner, you're out.
Gotta bury your
turn.
chunks.
Go, go.
Don't bounce.
Go. Go, 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 go.
Comes to rest. Either just biting the button, and actually I'm not even sure they're shot. They might be fractionally short.
A little bit short, but
Great
that
angle,
is that is going to be a bit of a tricky hit for Team Switzerland in order to not catch their backstone. They might have to throw a control at this, and I think no matter what, you might be ticking your back red. But if you can just kind of tick it to the side and get that back, or get that yellow moving out of the rings, it could be a really good situation, because you eliminate that that backing for Team USA.
So we believe that Switzerland is lying 1 at the back of the button. That yellow stone belonged to the States. Second shot. Decision time for Team Switzerland, as Allison was pointing out. They could take some risk, play down weight, and try to push the American stone back a couple of feet, maybe set up a 3, maybe a 4. They could also, that's right. You could hit the front one and split them, and that's not too bad either. Says Schwartz.
So they'll just be throwing a back 8, back 12 weight on this one.
So the Swiss saying it's not a disaster if we click Barone in the front of the forefoot, but of course they'd like to get past it. So delicate shot here for Benoit Schwartz. They're close. Yes, no usually means they're close to something. By that top one. Oh, that is a beauty from Benoit Schwartz.
Wow. Incredible shot.
Watch how close they come to that stone in the top forefoot just at the end. Gets inside and doesn't even get any contact at all on that back stone. Great shot.
That is incredible.
Oui, indeed. Perfect.
Incroyable.
Touche. Switzerland lies 3. And now John Schuster, it's damage control time, isn't it?
I got the rollout.
Yeah.
Trying to eliminate a couple of these stones, I think. Trying to clip just about where Tyler is holding that brush.
Yeah,
Make a
so
double.
try and get the double. Your shooter will roll out on this one.
Can't hit it too thin, though. Well, sweepers can't get in there is the problem. But he does eliminate 2 of the Swiss stones, so nice shot there from Schuster. Best he could do in the circumstance. He was calling the sweepers on. The sweepers were blocked out by the guards. They couldn't get their brush back in, but it was fine. That was sort of an alibi brush there. Trying my best.
There you go, Skipper.
Trying my best.
Yeah.
So now for Benoit Schwartz, quite a lot more house to work with on this one. The last stone coming at us here on end number 3. Needs full 12 foot on the draw to try and score his pair. And from the split times we're getting from Team USA, Allison, hog to hog, I would say we'd be looking for something at about a 14.8 split T-line. In the 14.3 range, so it's got plenty of steam, but not too much to be too worried about. This one's coming to rest right in the forefoot. They're going to brush it into the button area, and Switzerland deuces right back. Deuces are wild here in the 3-4 page playoff game. Switzerland, USA. Switzerland now breaks on top with another deuce. They lead it after 3, 4-2.
Have a chance to talk to this flying young lady right here. Stand yourself up there, darling. Let's find out you are. Very nice headpiece you got here. Very, very, very fashionable, by the way. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do?
I'm an office manager at Universal Air.
Okay, good. How long have you been doing that for?
21 years.
21 years. That's a long time to be in one job for this. Yes, you're saying yes. Has it been a little too long in that job?
No, I still like it.
That's okay, that's good. We're going to play a little game with you right now. It's a very simple little game out there. It is actually what they call Where's Angus? Okay, so simply, we're going to show this up on the screen. We're going to have Angus go under. You ever do the shell game? You ever play the shell game with the P? And you're going to find it? Okay, let's put it up on the screen right now. So what's going to happen? We're going to have Angus going in. Okay, there's Angus right there. Angus McStone. He's going to go in behind one of these shells, and they're going to start moving around, and you're going to tell me which stone he goes in. Okay, let's roll it. Let's get it going here. Let's see if we can get this thing going. Angus seems to be in a frozen position right now. It's cold. It's very cold. How can you tell it's cold? Don't go there. I wouldn't go there. Okay, let's see if we can actually get this thing rolling here. All right, here comes the 3 stones. There's Angus. He's going to drop in, and there he goes. Now we're going to start moving those stones all the way around. We're going to move it up and down. We're going to go side to side. And what you got to do, and that's okay. Are you following? You got it so far. Okay, Scott. Is it left side, right side, or center? Which one is it? Left, right, or center? She's calling the right side. Let's go back to the screen. It is the right side. There you go. Congratulations. And we got a great prize package for the great people of Labatt's just for you. Let's give her a big round of applause. Well done, darling.
Live action here at the Northlands Coliseum at the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017.
Okay, juste 5.
Playoff Saturday.
Yes, Zach.
It's the 3-4 page playoff game
Parfait.
between Switzerland and the USA. And
Pas très proche alors.
hammer efficiency is a stat that we use in curling. That's if you've got last rock, do you score 2? And so far, everybody's done it.
Oh, tout seul.
Hans Fraunlob here with
Enfin, t'as pas-
Ali K.
Love it.
Anyways, right?
Yeah, leave it be.
See, I told you it's much easier.
It is much easier,
Yeah.
actually. That one comes into the top of the 12-foot now. So John Landsteiner will be asked to throw that corner guard.
2.
Okay, easy.
That deuce really set up by that really delicate back 8-foot shot by Benoit Schwartz.
What a pistol that one was.
Schuster with no option but to double 2 off. He knew he'd lose his shooter. He knew he would leave Switzerland pretty open draw for 2, but he really had no choice.
He absolutely didn't. There was really no other option there than just to concede your 2 and try and get your deuce back here in the 4th end.
Valentin
Okay,
Tanner,
5, 6.
88% at the lead position for Switzerland in this tournament. That's a nice solid week.
Jamais.
Wow,
7.
Wow.
Un peu plus au centre.
Wow.
hein.
5, 6.
5,
Wow.
6.
Tiens, wow.
6.
Non, non, il y a la place.
5, ça ralentit à fond.
Attention, Mani.
Faites.
Wow. Wow, laisse-la, laisse-la. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Ça s'arrête là, c'est bon. Ok.
As you can see here, the teams are using the directional sweeping.
Yep.
You like going on the corners?
Large controversy in our sport last year about that, but a lot of rule changes over the off season, looking at things like broom fabric and head construction and sweeping technique, and the net result is teams are allowed to still sweep any path they choose to, but because of the nature of the fabric, we see John Landsteiner 83% for the week.
Line's a little tight.
Okay with the line.
Some teams are still electing to use the
We got room.
inside sweeper, outside
gotta
sweeper,
go.
and
Gotta go.
the theory
Hard
being
then.
that the inside sweeper can hold the line straight and
Hard.
the outside sweeper will make it curl more.
You can get it here.
Come on, go.
Side take rock. Side take rock, you go.
A situation like this where they're just dragging it for distance, teams will use both sweepers, and this one is
Right.
just full 12, and maybe a corner hidden behind that corner guard for Landsteiner.
Tu vois quoi? Presque une moitié, non?
Ouais. Je trouve assez dur, mais. Ok.
The crew says you can see about half.
Si on prend la garde, on roule, hein?
Ouais.
Alors, ça. Je pense qu'il faut pas mal plus, Ben, quand même.
Ok.
Un plus.
It's one of these A-B shots where
Joue juste
shot
bas.
A will be to hit the
Nice.
stone in the rings, but shot B, if he's a little bit narrow, if he clips the front guard, that's not a disaster.
Yeah, so most teams here will look to give minimum ice so that you don't get the well, neither of the plans and blow right by both of those stones. So making sure you get one or the other.
Whoa.
What?
Wait, wait.
Oh.
What?
Oh, what?
Whoa.
Sneak it by that corner guard.
Whoa.
Looking to control the roll. They'd love it to stay behind cover, but it just pops out. Might spin back a little bit, but on the tee line in the 4-foot. Red stones belong to Switzerland. USA with the hammer here on the 4th.
C'est que ça va aller beaucoup plus. Ça va.
So you guys want to play the triple, but then there's double in the top, right? What do you like better, Ty?
No triple.
What's that? It's a nose triple.
I think you missed the second one.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it goes over the top. You like this better anyways?
Probably.
Okay, back 8.
So after some discussion, Allison, this is a call I like a bit better. They looked at the triple and just blasting away, but Matt Hamilton now 77% for the tournament is being asked to play a bit of a touch shot to try and generate a bit of offense here. I don't mind this call, a bit of risk for USA, but they've got the hammer.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
And this one's really cutting though.
Whoa!
I think he's all over the front one.
Hard! Shot! Hard!
Yeah, so they'll try and go for plan B, which
Only good thing news for Team
Yeah.
USA is it pushes it behind the tee line, and they do have their own stone in the front 12 to use, but that
Yeah.
is the risk you take when you do play that stone in the rings.
it does. I think John calling on the boys to try and keep the line. So as we can see here, it is really tight to that center guard. So throwing the run back, or at least the tap back on that yellow, is a little bit, it's a little tough because you have to get relatively close to that tight red stone.
And you can really only play out turn at it. You could play in turn
Yeah,
at it, but it'd be really risky.
Yes, exactly.
So here's Peter de Cruz. Looking to take away access to that stone behind the tee line.
I say.
Inouï. Oui, Val. Inouï.
Allez, go.
Ligne parfaite.
And this one's really moving as well.
Ligne parfaite.
Does it have the weight to get there?
Très fort. Yep, yep,
Sweepers calling out 5, which is a top 8.
Bats and Tanner just sneak it by that guard and drag it in to grab a bit of that 8 foot. So de Cruz says merci beaucoup to his sweepers.
Yeah.
Same weight.
Watch how close
could
this
run
comes
it
to the
too,
guard.
but-
He actually makes contact, but
Stick it
so
here.
thinly it keeps the rotation
You got all of it,
and the
Matt?
momentum. Great job there by
How much you got of the one in the top 8?
Tanner and Pets, just dragging that stone.
If you could ever make that hit and roll into the corner, make that.
Ty, what do you think, buddy?
With that little bit of a tick too, it does, again, inch that
Same weight.
center
Back here.
guard a little bit further to cover that yellow
Ideally,
stone.
you go nose here, Matt, and just kind of sit here.
It's true. It's the lightest tick ever.
Give you the same, just an inch less.
You want that
So-
same weight?
Yeah.
John
No more. That's all.
Schuster going back to the well here for Matt Hamilton to try and make a play.
He does have a little bit of option on the angle for this one. If he's a little bit wide, then he could come across and get to that red stone, which is in the back of the 4 foot.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This one needs to
Matt's a
move
lot
to
more
get
weight.
some straight contact onto the shot rock. Might go across the face of it.
All right, buddy.
Well, that doesn't help Team USA very much, does it?
No, it's looking a little scary for Team USA.
C'est important de rouler.
Even though they do have hammer here in the 4th end, it's getting pretty junked up.
Mets ça.
There's a lot of red stones up there.
Yeah,
Juste
and
10.
all along
Pas
that
plus.
center line as
10.
well, which is
10.
bad news for the Americans.
Ouais, pile 10.
Great chance
Switzerland
here.
looking,
if they-
yeah, for a little hit and flop underneath.
So if Claudio Pet's can roll to the top of the 4 foot, maybe half behind cover,
Ouais,
the USA would be in a world of hurt.
ouais. Oui, oui. Fort, Ben. Très fort. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Benoit Schwartz on the inside brush trying to hold the line. They'd love to get half buried. They might have actually overswept that a fraction, but that's in a pretty good spot. Maybe a corner hidden behind the center guard. Would love, maybe. Yeah, picking at straws, half an inch more roll. Great shot though. Here we see Schwartz on the inside brush, holding line. They think it's going to over curl, but instead they hit it pretty thick. Would have loved to duck a corner behind that center guard, but not bad.
The one he just threw to the one in the back 4 on the other
Yeah.
side.
That
So,
works too.
What will Team USA do?
You might catch our rock on the way by, but should go under.
I don't know what else we do. I mean,
That's-
I got edge to edge on this one.
I mean, if you hit it just an inch off nose, we might get all 3.
Look, we can give it a shot. You just got to get really tight to the top.
That's fine. You don't have to be as tight as you think. I mean, even if it goes here, it's fine.
Okay.
So,
The other
Inch off
option
nose
as well
probably makes
is
this.
All right.
feel.
to play a slash on that tight red stone to try and get some more granite and open up that front even more.
Yep, USA certainly have to rattle something here. Tyler George, they're calling this one immediately, trying to make the triple, but they got to get by that center guard first. Are they by? Just by. 1, 2 stones in motion. And Switzerland is cut down to 1. So Tyler George, boy, there's a bit of panic in the voices there as that stone was coming down the ice. They were worried about wrecking that guard, but they're just by it. Good sweeping there from Team USA. Popping the stone out into the open as well, so that's helpful.
Sure does change things now.
Yeah, it looks a bit different than it did a minute ago. Pets again will be trying to get a little inside roll behind that pile.
Ouais. Whoa. Oui. Ouais. Whoa.
Right
Yeah.
on the nose.
Pretty good result too. Do control a bit of that, the front of the
I don't
house.
think we missed the back.
With firm, I think you can.
I only got like a half an inch on that side.
I know, but that's if you throw firm and just hit it just just a little bit to get in here, I think we missed it. But make
Schuster
the
thinks
roll.
they can save the back one. Tyler George says there's no way we
Or do
can
you
save the
rather play
back
it
one.
softer to make
No,
sure we
no,
make
it's fine.
Okay, firm.
But they're gonna be-
Advantage for John is that he's right over top of the stone and can get a really good look at the angles where Tyler's all the way at the other end. So you've got a little bit of a perception difference.
all
when
about
you're
the
so far
roll
away.
here. All about the roll. Are they by? No, they're going to clip the front.
Oh my.
So opportunity lost for the Americans, and great chance here for the Swiss to put the heat on for the force and maybe a steal. If they can draw one right where they're putting their brush.
Missed opportunity for Team USA.
Yeah, and we're looking for the inside roll there and crashing the front.
Moi, la mienne, j'étais quand même un peu soft. T'as mis quoi, ça? Hein?
Eh bien, poil, moi.
Je pense que c'est la bonne glace.
Ouais.
On l'a bougé en plus un petit peu.
14-5,
Plus
c'est quand même
six.
limite, je trouve. Non, c'est peut-être trop vite. Ça, c'est nature. Ouais, ouais.
Cruz eyeing it up.
14,
He'd like the
5,
stone to come to
14,
rest.
5.
We think position A will be on the center line, front 4 foot behind the center guard.
Ouais, ouais.
C'est comme ton demi là.
Ouais.
Benoit Schwartz.
Place. La place. 6.
82% for the week at the skip position. Skip stone position.
Attention. attention. Balle, ouais. Wow. 6. Wow.
That's it. C'est vraiment bien.
Attention. Une, c'est bon. Easy, easy, easy.
Voilà.
Faut juste être chaud.
Well by the center guard.
Ouais. Oh, oh.
Good looking stone here. That is a beauty from Schwartz, and the Swiss lie 2. Big decision here for Team USA.
Yeah, that was a great team shot. My goodness.
Lots of input about the
Gets all the way to the button. I don't
weight to throw.
I think it's more.
Good brushing at the end.
He's gonna have to play this. Oh, you can play either
That one is not 100% guarded, but certainly not in a position where John Schuster can take a run at it.
back ring, go like that and roll in front of this.
George says maybe we can make a play at it.
Maybe. We got to get it. For it to be any good, we have to get it all the way out of second. Oh, what you got here, Matt? Like just sliver or what?
Yeah.
Like there?
Not even a handle.
Not in there? All right, let's play the roll. Try that with normal.
We're not worried about our rock here now, right? You can't make that roll.
Yeah,
And
fine.
not lose this. Got to roll to split the center or touch on your side.
All right, so after some debate and some discussion about whether they could save their back rock at the back,
Play the roll. It's normal.
very much around getting this stone
They don't really
behind
care about our
cover.
rocks. Make sure we get under there, make them run something.
Yeah, here she's saying we have to get underneath the guards. Lose our own at the back, but worth it if we can make the roll.
Ties it.
Needing to stay for shot stone here. John Schuster at 83% during the competition.
I see a little full. The sweepers are not going anywhere near this one. Hits it on the high side and rolls out to the wing. So some struggles here for Team USA, just finding the right line on their hits.
I kind of
Yeah, it does roll for third shot, so Switzerland, he just knows this
Non,
one,
Ça ou ça? Tu sais, même si
or
tu sors
even
avec,
just
That's
roll
good
a
idea,
hair
je trouve.
to
je crois pas qu'il y ait une
to
carte
the
pour deux.
side.
Moi, j'aime bien rester en plein, ce serait parfait quand même.
Ouais. Normal.
They must save
Normal
the
avec ça,
shooter
je
though.
pense que
If they rolled out of the rings, there would be a chance for Schuster to
Moi, avant, bord, on
throw
a
at
mis à
that
peu
one in the
près
top
ça.
4 foot with quiet weight and maybe score 2.
Normal.
So they have to stick around here.
Ça va curler, mais pas extrême.
Non, faut aller à l'extérieur.
Là, c'est parfait, Ben.
Oui, non, non, je pense bien.
Play in end number 4. USA does have last rock. Switzerland is leading at 4-2.
10.
Oh. Ouais.
En tout cas, 10.
Ouais. Oh.
Winner of this game will advance to tonight's semi-final against Sweden.
Oui.
Ouais.
Oui. Yep, 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 yep. Ok, très bien.
Right on the nose.
That's pretty perfect. So John Schuster now will have a draw to the forefoot against 3 Swiss counters.
I mean, I got almost nothing. I ever go by it or touch the guard, they get 2.
Yeah, they're just weighing up the risk reward there.
Inch outside edge.
Sorry, my fault. 2 Swiss counters.
Yes, there would be
Not 3.
I had 14-8 on their draw.
there would be a crazy thin double, but they looked at briefly, but then quickly discarded, as Schuster said. If I missed that, I'd give up 2, and that would be a very bad thing from the American perspective. So, draw to the forefoot to try and save the end.
Plenty of line.
Last stone here in the 4th end. Team USA looking for a draw to the full 4 for their single point.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Still on it.
Whoa, whoa.
Bit worried about the line. They got to get by that yellow corner guard. They're by it now, but they had to come off of the sweeping. So had they kept the momentum for the weight, Hamilton Landsteiner trying to drag it as far as they can, but no, it's going to come to rest in the 8-foot. So it is a steal of at least 1 for Switzerland, maybe 2.
Oh my.
Just that moment where the sweepers had to back off it because it was flirting with the corner guard, killed the momentum, and well, let's see. We know it's 1 for sure for the Swiss. Swiss think it's 2, and by that visual, it looks like 2 to me as well.
From our angle, it does look like 2 as well, and
Kicking it off. Have we confirmed?
I do believe that is 2.
Waiting for the official confirmation here that is in fact 2-point end. There we have that confirmation. It is a steal of 2 for Switzerland. So after 4 ends of play, huge turnabout in this game. Switzerland leads it 6-2.
We have volunteers in sections number 101, 106, 118, and 134 on the 10th row. They have those inflatable rocks, and what they're going to do is pass them along that row and see how far they go. Remember, when the music stops, let's see who's holding on to the rock.
In the universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29.
Las Vegas rocks.
So congratulations to all 4 people out there, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks very much to Edmonton Ford dealers.
Back inside the Northlands Coliseum here in Edmonton on a Saturday afternoon. Live action from the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017. And Allison, the situation there on that final stone for Schuster, it actually reminded me of a situation that the Swiss encountered earlier on this week when they were playing against Sweden, throwing what appeared to be a routine draw, but it just tracked straight, and it actually wound up, in the case of the Swiss, clipping a corner guard, and in the case of the Americans having to back off the sweeping to let it go past a corner guard, and in both cases it wound up being a steal for the other team.
Yeah, just like you said, sweepers had to wait, and they knew they had to brush, but had to curl, and that break was really late. So fortunately, just not getting the line and having to wait, and
So tough enough not to be able to even score the point, but dropping the 2 as well is makes it really difficult on Team USA. Play on end number 5. It's a 10-end game, so it's by no means lights out for Team USA, but they'll be very focused on scoring their deuce here to get to the 5th end break and regroup a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to have to dig a little bit. A deuce here will only bring it to a 2-point difference, but just like you said, they're going to need to make sure that they score here in this end.
Nice execution from Valentin Tanner for Team Switzerland.
Of course, yeah, and of course for Switzerland, just like we see here, they're going to keep it very open, no guards in play. So it's going to be hard for Team USA to get to generate a deuce. We're going to see a lot of defense now for Team Switzerland, not needing any points at this point in the game.
So the challenge for a lot of teams in this situation, Allison, when you're down 4, is to kind of resist the urge not to force it too much, to go hard enough to get your 2, but not to take crazy risks and gambles and maybe give up another steal and then take you right out of the game, isn't it? It's finding that balance point between enough offense but not going crazy.
The cautious approach.
Attack with caution.
Yes.
Nice shot there by De Cruz, ripping the corner guard. So as you say, Team Switzerland will be looking to eliminate stones as much as they can.
Yeah, and there is the 4 rock rule, so teams are not able to eliminate the guards that are put up in the first 4 stones. So obviously we're at 2nd stones now, and so Peter De Cruz, throwing 2nd for Team Switzerland, was able to take away Team USA's corner guard on that last one. The 5 rock rule is something that's being played during some Grand Slam events right now, and so it delays that peeling for 1 extra shot, so that you're getting a little bit more rocks in play.
Well, speaking of playing Sweden tonight, there is Swedish curling legend Peja Lindholm, head coach of the Swedish program, and scouting the ice tonight for his team, Nicholas Edin. They will face the winner of this game. Peja, a 3-time world champion himself, of course. And probably the fittest guy I've ever seen at his age. Runs marathons.
Yeah, he's invited me out for a few runs, and I just keep, sure, maybe next time, Peja, maybe next time.
Takes his fitness very seriously, does Peja. Looking to save the shooter here. It's going to roll behind the center guards, but it's going to pop out the other side. So decision time now for John Schuster.
You gotta move those rocks. Can you play the roll? Can you play it like through the house?
This, I think.
I think for Team Switzerland, really not needing to keep that back stone in play, so probably could have thrown a little bit more weight and made sure that if they did get a roll, they were going to roll out instead.
Possibly something for Team USA to use later in the end.
Definitely.
Matt Hamilton now is going to be asked to rattle those 2 stones around in the front of the house.
Just back line.
Just looking to reposition them, push them behind the tee line if they can.
Through.
All the way. All the way hard. All right, whoa.
Steiner and George on the brush. Pushes that stone deep. Hoping for a little bit better pocket than that, a little bit deep, but USA doing what they can now to try and generate their pair.
Do you want to touch the other one once you get to that line?
I was trying to get it kicked out.
Okay, just normal.
There's Matt Hamilton surveying his work. Claudio Petz with that little bit unusual eye motion there in his delivery. He looks down at the rock and then goes up and finds the brush again, and then looks down again at the rock on release. Net result pretty good. Removes the American stone, rolls away to the wing, covering the stones in the back 8 foot.
was pretty good.
Now Schuster saying, okay, now we'll go to the back one.
Yeah, that the slight little roll.
Have a look at the
Oh,
eye motion here on the replay. Sorry to interrupt you, Allison. Watch the eyes go down, and there's the release.
You mean like going out wide?
Yeah.
He does it every single time, and I'll bet if you asked him, he probably doesn't even know he does it.
It'd be too bad. I threw in before the game. It was like 13-5 or.
4 stones in the rings.
There's lots of spots to do something good back here. So.
Okay.
So as we were saying before, with the hit and roll that went to the back of the house, look at what Team USA is going to be able to generate now, having that
Line's good though.
top 12 stone that just kind of rolled over to the side, and now these back 8, back 12 stones to use to freeze onto. Now all of a sudden, if you're Team Switzerland, it's how are we going to get out of this one? We're going to need to make some run backs and some picks.
Yeah, pretty good shot there from Tyler George, trying to use that stone that Matt Hamilton pushed behind the tee line, and he did.
Sweet, buddy.
It'll be blast away time here for Claudio Petz. He's trying to run his own stone back.
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Wee!
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! Wee! Wee! Whoa!
Oh, very nice shot there from Petz.
What a great shot.
Switzerland lies 4.
Wow.
Had to hit it really hard because that stone was almost frozen. So he had to really strike it to push it sideways, and the contact point is just perfect. Squeezes it sideways and out the side door. Very nice shot.
Let me freeze my next one.
It's not bad. That's fine.
Actually, if you freeze nose here or get a little inside, that might catch.
I think that's our best shot.
Okay.
So the USA is still doing everything possible to try and generate a pair. We're going to ignore that stone on the button, go around it. Tyler George will just try to freeze the back stone and slightly go across the nose so that the Swiss do hit it. Might jam on that stone on the outside 12.
Line's good. Back
Okay,
eight,
let's
good.
go.
Bumpy.
Hold and close. Yep. Whoa.
Yeah, with throwing the freeze right now, kind of try and set up your deuce right away. With throwing the top on that top 4 stone, it brings the play into the next shot, so the freeze would have to be on John Schuster's first stone, and they would have to try and generate a skips deuce.
The US choosing to attack now. That one, fractional bump there. That would have loved that to curl just a tiny bit more and be frozen. It's a teaser.
Moi, je trouve que c'est assez dur. Hein, mais... Ça, c'est vraiment...
Si vous préférez ça, ça me va.
Avec le in sur 3/4, on peut rouler là, c'est vachement bien, je trouve. Je pense qu'il y a de la place avec là.
It will be the short
Même une
run
moitié,
back
ça
for
le
Benoit
fait.
Schwartz. US stone is just open, but not enough where the Swiss could throw weight at it.
No, the angle on this run is much better. You'll be able to get an angle where it'll slash out to the side of the house.
Might even be able to roll his own behind cover in the bonus.
Oh my, is it gonna over curl? Ooh.
Oh my goodness, Team
Just
Switzerland is
touches
on
it.
fire.
Wow,
Benoit Schwartz picks it out.
having an incredible game so far.
He really is. And is it one of these days where you're just on a roll and things are just going to work for you? Picks it clean. Only just a small amount of separation, but precision. Rips it out.
I'd be saying thank you, sweepers, for keeping the line on that one.
You can get shot rock
Yeah,
with it,
we
too.
can even wiggle off it if we need to, but.
What do you got right here?
Yeah.
4
Mine's gonna
red
curl more than
stones
yours,
belong to Switzerland.
What's
So mine curls more now.
Yeah, I don't want any more than that.
No, I'm not giving you any more.
Ask and ye shall not receive.
Just bite the back more. We don't even necessarily we have to outcount that other red, but not the top.
What they're talking about there, Tyler and John, when they're throwing draws, have slightly different rotations on their stones. John's carries a little bit more rotation, a bit straighter, so they're just getting the line sorted. But another tough shot to try and generate something here for John Schuster.
Close line. Back 4 already.
Yep. I know it.
Gotta go line. Back 8.
This one is looking a bit tight.
This one is curling already. The sweepers are trying to hold the line, and now they're going to switch gears and try to play. Playing a flick off the stone of the tongue floor for their by it. Oh my gosh. Slides deep.
Oof.
Wow. Okay, well, the U.S. stones does sit for second shot. Buried behind that stone now in the 4-foot. They were trying to freeze the stone in the back 8, but over curls. The weight wasn't bad, but the stone was already over curled. I thought they were going to clip that stone, but they get past it. But look at it finish. Gets a tiny piece of that stone in the back 8.
Yeah, so right now, if you're Team Switzerland, you have the option of throwing the run back on your top red stone, or trying to draw and come down to the face of that yellow.
The draw is probably the less risky shot, but then if you make it, you just give a pocket for Schuster to follow down to score. So you take...
Oh, or the guard.
Okay, the guard is another option.
Moi, je suis pas fan de la garde.
Switzerland is up 4, but a bit surprised by this, Allison, to be considering the guard.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just did, he threw the same line on his last one. So I wouldn't have been too surprised if he tried to throw the run back, but...
We see the brush going down now in a place in the ice where it may indeed be the run back. There we see the target brush from Peter de Cruz. So I think after all that debate, it will be the short run. Straight back onto the yellow.
Ouais. Ouais. Faut y aller, Val. Vraiment fort. Tout ce que t'as. Tout ce que t'as, Val. Très fort.
Tanner coast to coasting this one, trying to hold the line, but this one, oh, they just save it. Another great sweeping job from Team Switzerland. Benoit Schwartz, once again, high fives to the sweepers, absolutely. Saved that one. I thought that was going to blow by the back, but look at Tanner.
Giving it everything he's got and just nicks a piece of it.
Just clipping out the U.S. stone.
Is that the same room? It's a little
Valentin
less.
Tanner
Okay, we're playing right to the button, so.
gets all the credit in this end, I think. Other guys are throwing them, but he's making them.
Yeah. Some powerful sweepers.
So now, final stone for John Schuster. Needs to find a piece of the 4-foot, drawing against 4. The game's kind of on the line right here. They cannot afford another steal.
Easy, boys. Take a look.
Just looking for a piece of the 4-foot here.
Careful.
Take a look at the rock clock.
All here, 14-2. All here. Okay.
Hamilton guiding this stone safely into the button area. So there's a stabilizer for Team USA. But as we reach the 5th end break of this 10-end contest, USA scores there on end number 5, but it's Switzerland holding the advantage. We go to the 5th end break. It is Switzerland 6 and the United States 3.
We're going to set things up right now for our 5th end break. Where this is being brought to you by the great people of Orange Theory Fitness. So tell me what you think of this music when we set things up, because we got a great competition coming up in a moment.
Page 3-4 playoff between the USA and Switzerland in the 2nd end. Last stone to come for U.S. skip John Schuster.
That's pretty good.
All right, folks, as we get set to move on into this one, this is going to be a little bit of fun. This is being brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness, and it's actually a little competition.
Down weight saves it. That stone on the edge of the 12-foot is a counter, so it is a pair for the USA.
Now, what they have to do is series of this. There's 3 parts in this one. It's a head-to-head competition.
3rd end,
Now, this person has to
after
do,
some great setup shots.
Orange man has to go 100
Fairly routine last stone here for Swiss 4th stone. Benoit Schwartz just needs to draw the full 12-foot to cash the deuce right back.
wins this competition.
makes it absolutely perfectly right into the button. So Switzerland with a pair. USA in the hammer with the fourth end, but some real trouble for Team USA. Lots of Swiss stones in play, so John Schuster has to draw the forefoot to save the end. Sweepers had to wait to get past that stone and losing the momentum of the rock, and it comes to rest in the 8-foot, and it is a steal of 2 for Switzerland. After 5, Switzerland 6, the USA 3. Switzerland huddling up at the 5th end break. Coach Claudio Pesce, I'm suspecting you're saying more of the same, guys. Team USA, quite a different discussion. Is that part of the plan? You gotta take selfies? And let's take a look at the stats after 5 ends, and stats very much telling the story. The Swiss with a big edge statistically in shooting percentage and 2 big stolen points as well, Allison. Holding a 6-3 lead at the 6th end break, and look at the difference in every department on draws and on hits. Fantastic start for Team Switzerland and a long road back now for Team USA. And now we take a look at the Page playoff bracket. This is the 3 versus 4 playoff. Winner of this game will advance to play Sweden tonight. The winner of that game will go on to the gold medal game. The loser of this playoff 3-4 game will go to the bronze medal game. So hope's still alive for both teams to make the gold medal final, but after 5 ends of play, Allison, Team USA has got a long road back. They're down 3 and Switzerland's got the hammer. And this is what they're playing for, the World Men's Curling Championship banner. That inside a very lively Northlands Coliseum here in Edmonton, Canada. We're at the halfway point playoff Saturday. You're joining us live from the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017. Some of the crowd on hand being very well entertained here in Edmonton.
Yeah, mascot Slider.
Slider the
Curling
mascot.
Canada. He's tossing out what looks to be perhaps rock stress squeeze balls, I think.
1 or 3? 1.
Don't know if Slider can get it all the way up here to our commentary position, but that'd be quite a throw.
Well, you know, stress ball could be good in the crowd if you're.
Well, that's true, especially if you're an American fan right now.
Just
If it's a 2, be a
needing
3.
some extra support.
Doesn't have to be crazy tight.
So let's see what Team USA can do in the second half. What kinds of things do you think they would have been talking about at the 5th end break, Allison? Down 3.
I think they need to work a little bit on figuring out rock placement. So right now they're just a little bit off here and there, and Switzerland is definitely not giving them any chances. Benoit Schwartz having a fantastic game.
Yeah, cool.
USA,
as you like.
yeah, USA is going to need to work really hard and almost over-communicate to make sure that everyone is, well, providing the most amount of information as possible. As we can see here, Valentin Danner at 100% so far. So not only is he a 100% sweeper right now.
He's making the shots for everybody.
He is, yeah.
Making all his own, making everybody else's too. That's a big day. And there's a very nice shot by Tanner with a nice little split. Pushes that stone off the center line into the rings and rolls his own wide. That'll suit Switzerland very nicely, thank you. They've got the hammer here in 6. And you see that sometimes. We see John Landsteiner with a nice game at 93% as well, but coming back to Valentin Tanner, quite often the leads can really dictate a game, can't they? Both with their shooting as well as what they bring with the brush. You can really set the tone.
Especially when you are you're down in points right now. So getting those guards in the perfect placement so that you're not having to delay them until second stones, in which case then Peter de Cruz, second for Team Switzerland, is going to be able just to peel them out of play. So lots of pressure on John to put those stones in the absolute perfect place.
There's a situation now where Team USA has to get the maximum out of every shot. Here's Valentin Tanner again. Really working this one. This one's going to overcurl though, and leaves it on the ring, so finally a crack in the armor. Tanner overcurls that one. Disappointment. But not too much panic yet for Team Switzerland. They do have last rock.
It's the same room I had, so.
Just a touch more. I mean, Lance was there, so I'll give you a little more.
Matt Hamilton, 75% for the game.
Yep. 4.
Well, it's pretty good.
Okay, Rube.
5.
5's good. Yep. 4. Yep, line. Hard. 5. It's right here. All right. Good. Okay.
That one comes to rest. Full 8 foot behind the center guard. Nice shot. Peter de Cruz at 93%. He says, ooh, right away. He didn't like it much. Asks his sweepers to back off. Big weight. Just needs a piece, though. Would love to rip 2. Oh, pushes it further back in the ring, so.
Wow, pushes it in for second shot.
Second shot. That changes complexion a little bit.
Bit of a tough break there.
Yeah.
My goodness.
You almost make the double clear. Instead, you promote your opponent into the rings a little bit more. It's the fine tolerances that make this sport so intriguing. A millimeter here, a millimeter there, and everything changes.
Target ready. Line's good. Now line's okay. Line's good. Don't switch. Okay. Yep. Straddle the line. Split center. Hard. Hard. Gotta go, boys.
Line's really important on this one, so boys are gonna have to bring it a little bit further to make sure you get it splitting center. Great brush.
Good brush. Quite a long guard, though, so a fair bit of real estate for the Swiss to work with. Cruz right away says, well, we're up 3 with the hammer. I don't want any guards. Thank you very much. He will try to clear it. Was hoping for the double clear again. Again, these players looking for the maximum from every shot, even though there was about a 20-foot angle there. De Cruz is disappointed that he didn't make the double clear. So no guards in play.
When you're throwing 100% so far on your hits, if you're Peter de Cruz, it's I can understand maybe why it'd be
high standards.
Yeah.
High expectations.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's Tyler George at 85 for this game. That's right around his tournament percentage for the week. As I said, Tyler's been very steady.
Line's good.
2-3. Hammer, get ready here. It's definitely you here.
But statistically, probably an edge for the Swiss at the second position, Allison.
Yes, I would have to agree with you on that one. Peter de Cruz, as we said, at a 94% so far this game, and Matt Hamilton just struggling a little bit at 79. Just his draw weight, just struggling a little bit to get that perfect combination. But it's a long game, so we still have 5 ends left. We just took a 5th end break. These are 10 end games, so the teams do have only down by 3.
Yeah.
It is a ways to climb. Obviously, Switzerland does have the last rock here in the 6th end, but in no way, shape, or form is it impossible to get some stuff going here.
Oh, there's a double clear from Claudio Pats, and as a bonus, he rolls his own as a corner guard for his own second shot.
Like this and all now?
Very nice there.
Pretty nice.
Claudio Pats, look at the angles here. Double clears, spills that Yellowstone sideways out of the rings, but watch the roll.
I think Benoit was looking a little bit at the
Yeah,
at
kind of
the,
half
the
awake
double.
there.
Yeah.
He was admiring the rocks flying away. When,
Yep.
And he realized I could be sweeping that one
Yeah.
too.
He did the little brush down for.
The alibi brush.
Oh my goodness.
Oh well, did we have a hog rock?
It's been a while since that happened.
Okay, Tyler says a while since that happened.
Oh
That stone
my.
flashing red. There is an automatic detector at the hog line that detects whether the stone was legally released. It has to be cleanly released before it reaches the near hog line. That one flashed red. We'll get a look at it here on the replay. Tyler George on the release, just not releasing it in time. That stone flashes red. That means it is not a legal throw, and it is removed immediately from play. So a tough day at the office already for Team USA. It's potentially getting even tougher.
I haven't seen a hog rock so far in this competition, actually.
Yeah, certainly the first one I've seen this week as well, and at a very unfortunate time for Team USA. There's never a good time for that, but in particular now when your opponent's got last rock, now they're lying 2. So a real test of mental toughness now for Team USA. You're gonna have to really grind your way out of this one.
So you got to freeze this one first and then go over there and let him try to defensive draw.
Even up.
What's that?
We freeze, he's going even up, right?
Right, so if we go there, he's going even up too, right? Either way.
Freeze on this one first.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Or
saying.
are you shot if you do it?
Well, if you freeze to here, I guess. But then you can theoretically stay, right? No matter where you put it. So I think we got to go over here and just let him be shot and hope we're getting a chance at a double. Right here. Yours would have got all the way over there.
I threw it really good, just so you know.
Yeah, just a little late, just a little late.
Tyler George saying, I threw it really good. Unfortunately, just didn't, didn't let it go on time.
Oh.
You got to let go of it before that line down there.
What's that?
Let go before that line down there.
Cheers.
Good sense of humor from Team USA from a tough situation. Good for them. Well done, Tyler.
I don't think we're going to outcount this over there, but we just have to get it side by side, so can't get rid of this.
Black line to the left of our picture, that's the hog line. Players have to release the stone completely before the leading edge of the rock touches that line, otherwise it comes out of play.
7. 7, 8.
Well, green light on for John Schuster.
Fine.
Clean legal release, but sweepers are backing right off of this one.
Just in case. Stay with it. Don't want to. I know. Stay with
Probably
it.
back 8 right
Carolyn,
now.
I do.
We're not playing the freeze.
It's coming down.
Switching gears now, this
Gotta
stone
bury
too
it,
heavy
it's all
for the
good.
freeze, so
Nope,
now they're
no,
going to
no.
play a straight come around.
Yep.
Try to bury it somehow.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't far off. It really finished hard, didn't it?
Yeah, and as Tyler said, we're not playing the freeze, so as long as we can get it buried, would be job well done there. I do believe they are showing a little piece. Perhaps a quarter there, maybe a third of the stone. So it is enough for Team Switzerland to follow it down and just kind of throw a backline hack weight. And
You don't even have to move it completely out of the rings, do you? You can just get away with pushing it about 3 feet and you'd be lying 3.
yep.
Peter de Cruz holding the target for the Swiss 4th stone. Benoit Schwartz. There's Benoit. 93% for the game. That is mighty fine shooting at the 4th stone. And he's made some dandies. Safely by the guard. Oh, another very nice stone from Switzerland's Benoit Schwartz. They lie 3. And now, is this the moment where Team USA gambles all or tries to cut down the damage and stay alive. Here's the replay. Some of the great shots today from Benoit Schwartz, that run back pick. He's really put on a show. Look at that surgical precision. Putting on a clinic here at the Northlands Coliseum. The young Swiss fourth stone, and coming back live now. Decision for Team USA. You could make the double, eliminate 2, you drop a 2. Or now do you kind of go all or nothing and try to freeze the stone on the button to try and get the steal? And if you don't make it, 70% for John Schuster in this game. It could be lights out right here.
Yeah, I think you need to go all out on this. Even a 2 here, you're down by 5. I don't know. I think going for it is worth it.
And John Schuster is going for it, trying to perfectly freeze. He wants it to curl and stop. It curls. Oof. Almost perfect. Weight is perfect, but the line just needed to curl another quarter of a rock.
It was gonna get there. It just never really took any curl again. I know. Roll your eyes. It's just. They just look like they're going to go, and they just don't.
John Schuster liked it. He was waiting for the curl, he said, and it just didn't come.
It's just wild that it's not doing anything. We bumped it, what, a half inch?
Now we can see from the angles, because it's corner frozen and not frozen on the nose, Benoit Schwartz can throw big weight, hit the high side, and score 2 and maybe 3.
Wonder if it could be his rock.
It might be.
Might be a little bit straighter. He's had a few instances now, like we saw in 2 ends ago, where he came up short, gave up a steal of 2. It just didn't curl up enough. Makes me wonder.
Well, Benoit Schwartz is wondering if he can score 3. Here it comes, folks. He's just trying to pick this stone off the back of the button. There they go. He rolls out himself, but it's a 2 for Switzerland, and that is a commanding lead here in this 3-4 Page playoff game after 6 ends. Switzerland with a commanding 8-3 lead over the United States.
Alrighty, folks, we're going to take a look up on the big screen. Take a look at that 50-50. It's still climbing, and almost $11,000 for the take-home. That's pretty good. So keep buying your tickets, folks. You never know who's going to be able to walk away with that. But right now, it's time to go back into the crowd, and we're going to do our kiss cam. Yes, we're looking for people out there. Do the best kiss.
That is distinctively cool. The stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29.
There you go. That's fun. Let's actually keep going through. And he's got a Canucks hat on. Okay, now they're getting into it. Let's go for search. Oh, he's on his phone right now. Don't look at me. I'm on my phone. Oh, okay, we're on the camera. Okay, there you go. Beautiful. Let's go down here and see if we can find it. We go back. Did you want the prize package? Let's go in there. There we go. There we go. There's passion right there. Back in the obviously go. Let's see what we can find here. As we go around, we look we're going to choose. Maybe not. There we go. Is that the one? Yeah, we're going to give the prize package to you two. You win a great prize package for the great people out there at Arcade Trailer RV Center. Congratulations, all find out where you are. And we got something for you.
Welcome back live to the Northlands Coliseum, the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017. Hans Frauma here with you with Allison Krivieza. Nailed it.
You nailed it. That was impressive.
Thank you. Thank you. I had to take a deep breath between ends. Work on that one.
Practice it in your head.
Yep. And if you're a fan of Team Switzerland, you've got a big smile on your face. Your team is absolutely rolling this afternoon. Peter de Cruz. That stone coming into the rings. And now, if you're a fan of Team USA, and we know they have many fans around the world, not just here in Canada, It is gut check time. You absolutely must score a pair here. There's John Landsteiner.
Easy. Easy, boys. It's fun. It's really cruising.
Is it going to stop?
Well, Sweeper's backing off this one. Allison
That's
referred
good.
to.
Right up by the Ford.
Okay, safely short of the rings.
Doesn't go further than the go further.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Huh?
That's excellent.
Thank you.
Valentin Tanner. Stone is in the free guard zone, so it's a tick shot that they're trying. They cannot remove it from play, but they can nudge it. Ooh, so close. That was a lot of weight for a tick that's nearly at the boards for Valentin Tanner. Bet he's thinking if I was sweeping that one, we probably would have been okay.
Oh man, that was close. Just papers it.
Yeah, I think I saw a spark.
Yeah.
No, Matt, even.
John Landsteiner.
No.
The opportunity now to set the second corner guard.
Trying to get these ones as even as possible to eliminate any double possibility. And it's perfect.
Yep.
Really, really great.
Side by each.
So there will be no double opportunity, so they'll just be peeling off the single.
Peter DeCruz. Swiss skip, throws second stones. Well, a bit of an error there. Doesn't remove it, noses it, so something to work with for Team USA. What happened? DeCruz not happy with that throw. So maybe a chance here for Team USA to get something going. Here's Matt Hamilton.
Line's a little tight, but 7. Hip line. 5. Really got to go, guys.
And Allison, is the challenge now for Team Switzerland with a 5-point lead to stay focused? You know, part of you wants to look ahead to the semifinal game tonight, and you're thinking this one's already salted away, and that nose hit from Peter DeCruz, it's really important that they kind of maintain their focus here, even with a solid lead.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be so easy for teams to look ahead and say, okay, well, you know, we've taken care of this game as long as we'll just keep plugging away. But you really need to make sure you stay in the moment and stay for every single shot. Kind of stay in the present. Try not to look too far ahead. And you will notice that some teams, the wheels start to fall off when you have a really big lead. Just like you said, just kind of loses a little bit of the focus.
DeCruz steps up his weight on this clear attempt. He wasn't going to nose that one, folks. He hit that one really hard. Clears the corner. Red stones belong to Switzerland. USA with last rock here on end number 7 of this 10-end contest. The winner will advance to the semi-final game tonight against Nicholas Edin's foursome from Sweden. The winner of that game will advance to tomorrow's gold medal game against Brad Gushu's unbeaten Canadian team.
And of course, the loser of the 3-4 game here will actually drop down to the bronze medal game. So they will have a second chance as well to get on the podium.
And in such a competitive field, definitely an achievement to medal. The Swiss team, as we mentioned, had a lot of work to do as far as getting their country solidly qualified for the Winter Olympics. And there have been a lot of good curling teams out of Switzerland, and this is one of them. But this team perhaps not as internationally well known as other Swiss curlers. And I think this might be them quietly making their statement about, you know, we're in the frame here.
Absolutely.
Look out for us. They're going to have to compete to be the Swiss Olympic team. but
all the way back here, hey?
they're wanting to demonstrate through their performance at this World Championship that they are worthy.
Yeah, of course. I mean, having their debut in 2014, picking up a world men's bronze medal. The past couple years, we've had Mark Fitzler and Sven Mikkel that have
Close line.
come on behalf of Team Switzerland. But these boys here actually played at the European Championships and picked up a bronze medal there as well this year. So they have been having a fantastic season. And this would definitely be a great way to cap it off.
Icing on the cake.
Yep.
A lovely cake in Switzerland. It's been all about desserts this week, really, hasn't
Yes,
it?
it has. We've been having our fair share of Tim Hortons.
Yeah, some nice cinnamon buns in
Yep.
downtown Edmonton. Switzerland just looking to eliminate Claudio Patz. Trying to remove American stones at every opportunity.
Whoa, man. Whoa. No, 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 no. Whoa. No. Whoa. On n'est pas dessus pour l'instant. No.
If he hits it thin, he could maybe make a double. Needs to get good solid contact first, however. Removes one, rolls away. Good stone there from Claudio.
Like that right now, or you want to freeze?
I think you probably freeze.
The Patz family is certainly one that's
He peels it out,
enjoyed a
then
lot
you
of
go onto that
international
one.
success.
Right, we just got to make sure we stay on
Claudio's
this
sister,
side,
a
right?
world champion.
Yeah, I mean,
And then it's also,
Alina
if it's not
Petz.
high enough, it's going over here, but
you think it's better doing this now?
Her
I mean,
team
if you don't
representing
let dead nose
Switzerland
freeze this
at
and
the
they-
World Championships
you know, they run and
this
miss the run,
past
they're
year
not an easy
in
double, right?
China.
Maybe this is it.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Now they're
You're like, edge,
really,
it's
USA
through,
is
sure.
going for everything.
Like that?
Mentioned how desperately they need to generate a pair, so it's going to be the freeze here for Tyler George.
You're gonna need it.
Get blind.
Saw Schuster's attempted freeze in the last end.
Hard.
Just didn't quite get to the nose, and Schwartz was able to pick it out and score two. So Tyler George now trying to freeze this one directly in front of the Swiss stone.
Oh, right here. Right here.
This one is actually over curling, so there's going to be no nose freeze here. So now they're going to look to get it into a position where they can use it themselves.
Fine.
Team USA has just been just a bit scrappy today. Just not really getting stones into places they'd like.
Struggling a little bit with the line.
What's that?
Rouler juste là.
Non, non, mais c'est vrai ce que tu dis. Si on va là, il fait quoi?
That's uncharacteristic. They've had a really nice week, and John will be disappointed. This team has played really, really well, and it's just unfortunate that they can't really seem to be stringing a series of shots together to build anything up today. But sometimes your opponent doesn't let you do that, and Peter de Cruz and his teammates have been very impressive today.
Dans le week-end. Ouais. D'accord.
Whoa.
Plutôt 10.
Whoa.
10.
Whoa.
Ah, c'est vite.
Attention. Whoa. Ouais. Whoa. Oui. Oui. Yep, yep, yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Magnifique.
This is a perfect roll on that. Pretty much has them even. But of course,
Okay. Fine.
just gonna look to generate some points on this. So they'll look to throwing the freeze, hoping for a possible jam on this next one and try and open it up for a steal, or sorry, for a three-pointer in this end. A much-needed three-pointer.
Very much so. So sometimes you might think, well, why don't they just knock the Swiss stones out? But they're in a situation now where they're trying to generate more than two. And the freeze is the only way to do that.
Oh, 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 oh. Roll line.
Nine.
Yeah, right off, guys.
How much? 10. Okay, stay close.
It's curling, though. It's curling.
Really deep. Really deep. Really deep.
Oh, you can't do anything with it. It's on already. Just let it curl. Let it curl.
That one just a little bit heavy and never really had the chance to bring the sweepers into that one. And
Can't kick outs often enough tonight. I couldn't in practice yesterday either. I should have really tried harder. I just practiced yesterday. It was either throwing it back 12 or 5 feet short of the house. I just could not find it yesterday. The same thing.
I feel a bit sorry for John. He's got negative thoughts in his mind now. You can tell when he's throwing stones. He just does not have that confident feel for draw weight. And that's tough because John is really a confidence player, isn't it? You want to have that positive thought.
It's a really small glass that's half full.
I'm just saying.
Tyler looking for positives. So at least they're behind the tee line. There's something there.
Plays the peel. I think I'm playing the thin off double for 2.
Okay, so John Schuster already eyeing up a circus shot to try and score 2. He says if Benoit Schwartz hits and rolls out on this one, he's going to try and play an in-off double off the stone on the wing. That would be brave. But at this point in the game, maybe his only chance at a 2.
Yeah, you got to take some chances.
Well, probably doesn't have that shot anymore now because the Swiss are actually lying 3. He's still looking at it. No.
I was thinking about just throwing a hit. Let's just hit it.
Which turn? You want this?
Another inch. I'm going to throw control.
Okay, so.
Just looking for the nose for 1.
Control?
Yeah.
Interesting, though. Many teams would draw in this situation, and John's been fighting draw weight, so he's just going to elect the hit. It's not a bad call, but just indicative, perhaps, that he doesn't really have confidence in his draw weight. Last stone on its way.
Good.
Yep. Hard.
Hit and stick attempt against 3 for John Schuster of Team USA.
Oh my.
Trying to stay in the game. The sweepers are going coast to coast on this one. They cannot afford to roll out of the wings, but nice brushing there by Lance Steiner and Hamilton. Right on the nose. Great shot there for John Schuster. Team USA staying alive. They score a point, but after 7 ends of play, Switzerland will get the hammer back up 8-4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a little bit of fun with everybody in the audience. I know people have flags, so if anybody has a flag, I need you to stand up, wave in the air like you just don't care. Give me some music, Jay, and let's take a look at what the audience has to offer. Wave those flags, people! Yeah! Stand up!
Fans are whooping it up here at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Canada. Enjoying playoff curling action at the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017. It's the Page playoff. It's the 3-4 game. Winner will go on to the semifinal. Loser will move to the bronze medal match. Sweden's Nicholas Edin is lurking, waiting for the winner of this game. that semifinal will be played tonight.
That's good.
We'll have all the action for you live.
I do believe we'll get another large crowd coming in this evening.
Yeah.
Like we said, a strong 6,000 last night.
Great crowds for curling here in Edmonton, and very knowledgeable crowds as well. They love their curling, they know their curling, and their hometown team is in the gold medal match, so the Canadians are quite happy about that. Valentin Tanner?
Got a lot of dancers in the crowd too.
How would you rate the moves here in Edmonton?
Well,
Okay, that just told me everything I needed to know. Something to
about
work
as
on.
good as mine.
Okay, that's right. Level pegging with the commentators. Yep. That one comes to rest, full forefoot. You have to say, you know, it's there we get a look at the comparisons at the lead position. So John Landsteiner having a very nice game so far in a very difficult cause for Team USA, but he's certainly doing his part. 95%. Valentin Tanner at 85.
Easy. Ooh, that one hurt. You're a judge. Easy, easy. It's deep. That's fine. All right, Lancer.
2 corner guards for the U.S.
10 secondes, hein?
Just electing to, well, peel this one off. The other one is quite a bit higher, so it's, well, it's not as much of a dangerous stone. It's not really worth it to try and go for the double on this one.
It's still in
pretty thin.
still in free guard zone land, so it will be a tick.
Of course.
For a lead, it's
Good,
a peel.
good. Thank
For
you,
a
Hans.
lead, it's a peel.
Yeah, sorry,
this is a
Hans.
lead
Thanks,
peel.
Hans.
No problem.
You got my back.
All the way, and this one does go to the barrier, as our Scottish friends would say. So that one comes back, and that's the free guard zone rule being applied. Towner just trying to tick that one. It's tough to make the tick on the corner guard.
They're playing the double peel. They don't make it. We get to throw a second one under.
All right.
Maybe even.
Part of me is a bit surprised that they even tried that shot, but instead of coming into the rings, but there's no real percentage for the Swiss to have extra rocks in play. They are up 4, and they do have the hammer.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think at this point, having one in the house is really all you, more than that, and your peels, maybe you're leaving something in the house for it to catch on, so just keep it open.
That way, hammer. Throw.
And Hamilton with the come around, hides nicely behind the corner guard, so
He's pretty good.
this time it's a peel, a second's peel, which means you can throw it hard. You don't have to worry about the free guard zone anymore.
What?
Peter de Cruz.
What?
It's a pretty thick, but with a lot of momentum, so the Swiss able to get it out of play. Nice job.
Valentin Tanner getting it out of the rings.
There's that man again.
Yep.
Always there with a brush. There's Matt Hamilton. Old school tuck delivery.
Line's really good.
Trying to use the other corner guard now for protection.
14 inches. Maybe just back 8 foot.
Really got to sit.
Good. No, it's fine.
Good. You really got to sit.
Boy, Matt. Beauty.
Okay, that's good.
That's fair, bud.
Just around the tee line.
OK, maintenant on peut essayer ça si tu veux. Ouais. C'est une moitié environ, non?
Situation now where the Swiss, Allison, are probably going to be looking for a bit of action on the stones in the rings. And look at the comparison to the second position. Peter de Cruz with a dominant advantage over Matt Hamilton, 92% for de Cruz. Very good game.
Absolutely. Incredible.
Talked about the top of the game, how the front end setups might dictate the contest today, and it's proving to be the case so far. Although, to be fair, John Landsteiner does have an edge at lead as well, so.
Yeah, John's been having a fantastic game.
Catches that one pretty thin, so no action on the stones in the house, but he gets rid of the guard. That was job 1. Bit of the Alberta wave going around the building now. Curling fans generally have a pretty good time when they go and watch the sport live, and no exception here in Edmonton.
So even though USA is lying 2 in the house right now, second and third shot, Switzerland does have the last stone.
Tight three's fine, it's Matt. Still Matt.
So
And
the
with
game plan for Team Switzerland is simply to score this end, isn't it? They don't really worry about counting anything more than one.
1 point here is a huge advantage. Just don't want to give up any steals.
Good stone there from Tyler George. Covers one of his shooters, and importantly, kind of creeps the guard a little bit closer to the center line, so that might be more helpful for them later in the end if they ever got a nose hit on it to use for cover. So now it's the turn of Claudio Petz to try and run off the guard and maybe get some action on something else in the rings.
Trying to hit this one thin so it goes over top of the red.
Ooh, well, hello.
Plan B.
Okay, well, a bit of a glare. The cloud go, okay. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Totally meant to do that.
Yeah. Only shot we had.
Sounds good. Control.
One of those situations, though, where that's an acceptable plan B, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're removing your opponent's counter. So even though you leave the guard, you're reducing the risk of dropping 2 or 3.
Could have also been the case of maybe crept into his mind. He couldn't hit it too thick to jam on the red in the house. So
yeah, there was danger.
Yeah.
Hard! Hard! Hard for a piece, Matt. Go! Hard for a piece. Go, go, go!
Trying to save it, but this one over curls and it's going to
my
roll out of the ring.
goodness.
So disappointment for Tyler George. Trying to save the shooter, but that one over curls.
Does take it back so that the yellow is lying shot stone at the moment, but as you can see, it's not going to be there for long.
I don't think I can do it much better there.
Peter De Cruz eyeing it up like a hungry dog eyeing up a steak at the barbecue. Here's Claudio Petz.
Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, wait.
This one's not light.
Okay.
Boom. Picks it clean. And we see the comparisons at the third position, and Tyler George uncharacteristically struggling a little bit. Claudio Petz with a solid 85. Tyler on 72. He was been at 86 for the week, but some half shots here today for Tyler. He's having to play some quite high degree of difficulty shots today. You know, they've been chasing hard all afternoon. So now John Schuster, a chance to use that guard. He'll try to duck around.
Whoa, 6. Yep, 7. Whoa, line only.
Sweepers like the weight.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa. Close.
Stay with it. Yep.
No choice.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Fine.
You're back. Deep. Oh, as long as you shot, it's good.
This one is easing into the 4-foot. Going to go a little bit deep. We talked about the Swiss not looking ahead, Allison, but would this be a situation now where you might gamble a little bit more? And there we see Benoit Schwartz with a big statistical advantage over John Schuster. You're playing the 8th end. You've got the hammer. Do you go for the kill right now to try and get the U.S. off the ice, get them to concede, and maybe conserve a little bit of energy for tonight's game, or are you just trying to keep scoring?
Okay.
Well, obviously they're looking to conserve some energy. They'll have their next game at 7 o'clock tonight should they win this game. But again, it's all about staying in the moment. And right now the end goal for this end is to make sure that you take one. Can't give up any steals here, so you can't play it too cute. They were looking at trying to come after John Schuster's stone at the back of the 4-foot, but right now I would say that Danger Rock is the guard up front, so.
And this is one of these situations where you've got an either or, don't you? Because if you run it back, you can maybe pick the American stone off, and if you don't, you just clear the guard. So as long as there's contact, something good is going to happen for Team Switzerland. It is just the clear. They run it through the hole. Safe play there for Team Switzerland, and now for John Schuster. What do you do? Do you guard? Do you try to sit for second shot?
Either way, he scores one, the game's over, right? Yeah. So that's our best way of stealing is making him throw the double and making him let open jams. I don't know. My thought. Okay. So same room.
So there you hear from John Schuster. He sized it up and he says if we drop one, this one's over. So it is all out for steal, and he is determining.
Make him play a double. Maybe we can freeze over there.
Yeah, thanks, John.
He's still just hitting that and staying, right? So that makes him have a double. So.
Trying your shot though, right?
Yeah, you want it. Yeah, you just got to count that one of theirs. That's fine.
So they want to be second shot. That means they want to be full 8 foot. But they do want to leave Benoit Schwartz to have to make a double takeout to score.
Wait's close. Just the 5.
Good.
6. Just here.
Hold in.
6. No deeper in here. 7. 5.
Right off.
Close.
Right off, Matt.
No.
Easily second shot, maybe
Right,
sliding
good.
deeper than they want though. Comes into the 4 foot. And is this the moment? Nose hit for Benoit Schwartz. And Switzerland can score 3, and that would certainly be lights out for Team USA. We can see Peter de Cruz already brushing the path of this stone, and that one, Allison, just slides another 2 feet deep than they wanted, and that's really been the story of the afternoon for Team USA.
Has, yeah, and just like John was saying earlier, you know, he struggled a bit in his practice, he said. Just he was either through the house or he was short of the house and just having issues. But here we go. Last stone in the 8th end, looking for a double.
Will this be the shot that sends Switzerland into the semifinal game? Looking for the double takeout, makes it perfectly. 3 points for Switzerland, and USA conceding defeat. Switzerland move on to the semifinal.
What a dominant game by Team Switzerland here in this 3-4 matchup.
There we see confirmation of the final score. Switzerland 11, United States 4. So the Swiss move on to the semifinal game, and the US go on to the bronze medal match. But yeah, a really excellent performance from Team Switzerland. Peter de Cruz waving to us, acknowledging the fans here. The Swiss fans are delighted. Their team moves on to the semifinal tonight against Nicholas Edin's team from Sweden.
I gotta say, if I'm Switzerland, I'm gonna feel pretty confident going into that semi-final game tonight.
Well, boy,
my goodness.
If you play like that, you're going to fancy your chances against anybody in the world. They were solid, top to bottom, and full value for that victory. Team USA, I know, will be disappointed in that performance, but they really ran into a buzzsaw this afternoon. The Swiss were really on their game.
Just one of those days at the office.
It happens in curling sometimes, and today it happened for the Swiss. There it is. Look at that Swiss performance, dominant. 11-4 winners. So the third end of this match, the 3-4 page playoff between Switzerland and the United States. Switzerland's Benoit Schwartz with the last stone. Just needs full 12 foot to cash a pair and puts it right on the button. It's going to be that kind of day for Switzerland in the 4th. Lots of Swiss stones there facing John Schuster of the United States. He has to draw the 4 foot. sweepers just had to hold off it to get it past that corner guard, killed some of the momentum, and this one will come up short. A huge steal of 2 for the Swiss and disappointment for Schuster. On the 6th, an attempted corner freeze by the Americans is just fractionally off target. Schwartz with a chance to peel it off, and he does, and so it's a big pair and control for Switzerland. And in the 8th, U.S. gambling all out for the steal, fractionally heavy with the attempted guard, so chance here for Benoit Schwartz to put the nail in the coffin. Double takeout attempt would give him 3. It is perfect, and Switzerland move on to the semifinal game, taking the 3-4 game by a comprehensive 11-4 score over Team USA. And Allison, there we have it. The playoff table has been set. We know who's in our semifinal game tonight, Sweden and Switzerland. It should be a beauty.
It should, yeah. Tune in this evening, 7 o'clock local time.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. We will have that for you live. The winner of that game will advance to tomorrow's gold medal match against Brad Gushu of Canada.
Peter, congratulations on that win. So the gold medal dream is still alive. How do you feel?
Absolutely, feeling good. I think we had a good day of rest yesterday. We're feeling pretty confident. The ice is brilliant, so we can make any shots. And ready for tonight's game. We got a little bit of extra rest time now, so we're just gonna refocus and go back out there.
Was there anything in particular in that game that your team executed better than you've done before, or are you just staying at the same standard?
I think rock placement was really, really good. I think that whenever we had 2-3 rocks in-house, they were always in really good position. They had almost no chance to steal or score a deuce. So yeah, I think that was the key.
And you're going to have to try something different to beat Sweden this time round?
I think all we can do is play our best and just see whatever happens. They're a really good team. We know that. We know they can make every shot. If we play our game and they make every shot they win, well, congrats to them. And yeah, hopefully we can get 1 or 2 misses out of Niklas.
Well, congratulations and good luck this evening.
And so that'll do it for us this afternoon here in Edmonton. 3-4 playoff game. Switzerland advanced to this evening's semifinal. For me, Hans Fralab and Allison Kriviazek and the whole crew here at Edmonton. So long and see you tonight.